Not sure which players to buy or sell for Game Week 4? Watch this video till the end to find all the answers to that question. Guys, the first player that you should be looking to buy this week, especially in terms of your midfield, should be Rodrigo from Leeds. Now he's already risen 0.2 in price and he may just rise one more time, guys. He's been doing really well for Leeds. Leeds are an attacking side. They've been scoring a lot of goals and he's been their main goal threat, guys. If you look at his numbers, they are really good. He's taking a lot of shots. We know that he has a lot of goal threat and he can score goals as well. So there are good potential avenues to points with the Rodrigo, guys. Now there are some conversations that he might not be in the 11 or he might not be in the main plan for Jesse Marsch. But I personally don't think so that a guy or a player in this sort of form can be absolutely bent. So I think he's pretty much nailed as well. I think there are chances till the time Bamford doesn't return on the pitch or maybe he's not on the pitch. I think Rodrigo takes those penalties. And I think if you're looking to kind of upgrade from a Neto or a Bailey, I think it's a really good option, guys. If you also want to downgrade somebody, let's say for example like a Saka or maybe even a Mount, I think he's also a great option to buy this week. You can easily downgrade from those players, save a bit of money and invest that money in defense or maybe even in attack for that matter. So I think he's a great pick to go for. If you're looking for a budget option in midfield, I think Rodrigo is right up there, guys. Leeds has really good fixtures and I think they will be scoring a lot of goals. And Rodrigo should be on the right side of it, so you absolutely go for him this week. Talking about our next player to buy this week, guys, it's Ivan Toni from Brentford. Now, already a lot has been said about Ivan Toni and his FPL potential, and I think he's a great option to go for this week. Let's say if you are shifting to a front three, if you're playing three strikers up top, maybe if you are on a wildcard this week, I think you should definitely target him in your team, guys. I think he has a lot of potential. We know that Ivan Toni can score goals, he can provide you assists. Brentford have looked decent in attack, guys, and I think they will be scoring a fair amount of goals this season. The fixtures are also there to kind of support that theory because they can get attacking returns in those fixtures. So I think Toni overall, especially being on penalties, especially being the talismanic figure in that Brentford side, guys, I think he's a great option to go for. And if you want to kind of upgrade, let's say from somebody like a 4.5 million striker, if you have, let's say, like a cheap striker as your third option, you can absolutely upgrade that option to an Ivan Toni, guys. I think it's a decent option to go for. Yes, there are conversations that maybe you can downgrade Trent, maybe a Robertson, and then kind of get towards a Toni. A lot of people are probably not even doing that this week because Liverpool has a decent picture to go for. But guys, if you're looking at a long-term option, I think Ivan Toni is right up there. He'll take along really nicely. He'll give you decent hauls, and I think he's a pretty much safe option to go for. Now coming to the third option to buy this week, guys, it's Ivan Perisic from Tottenham. Now, of course, there's been a lot of chatter around Perisic in terms of whether he starts the upcoming games, how many minutes is he going to play, how will he be playing. So all of those questions have kind of been in the community for the whole week. But I think he's a great option to go for, especially if you are or if you've kind of made up your mind in terms of downgrading a Trent or downgrading a Robertson. I think he's a great option to go for. You can even do an alternate strategy where, let's say, you have a Nico Williams or a Patterson, for example, in your team. And if you have some additional money, if you have some extra money in the bank, guys, I think that upgrade from a Patterson or a Williams to Perisic is also pretty good. I think Perisic, we've already seen his quality on the ball. We know that he can cross. Whatever space he gets, it might be an inch or so and he kind of crosses the ball. His delivery is really good. He has goal scoring potential as well, though we've not really seen that a lot this season so far, but of course he's not really played a lot of minutes. There's a lot of assist potential, so there are chances of getting clean sheets as well as assists, guys. So I think overall Tottenham are looking pretty decent over the next few fixtures. Yes, there are some slight worries in terms of his rotation, but I think even if he comes from the bench, maybe plays about 15-20 minutes, there are chances that he can get you a double-digit haul. And I think because of that reason, he's worth the risk, he's worth the upside. So if you want to play a bit risky, slightly risky, I think he's a great option to go for this week. Now let's talk about a final player to buy this particular week in Game Week 4, guys. It's Ilkay Gundogan. So for example, let's say if you are kind of fed up with the Luis Diaz, I know a lot of people are thinking of that, but I still don't suggest that sort of a transfer. But maybe if you have a Saka, maybe if you have a Mount, maybe if you have some extra money and you can get to an Ilkay Gundogan, guys, I think he's a great option to go for. Now there's a lot of debate around which Man City mid to kind of go towards. We know that Foden is getting minutes, but he may or may not get you a lot of attacking returns. Mahrez has looked really poor. Grealish is still kind of out the frame. So the only option that you can possibly get to in the kind of budget category is Ilkay Gundogan, guys. He's a lot lesser than a KDB. I know the potential might be a lot different for a KDB, but I know for a fact as well that not everyone can reach towards the KDB. So I think if you are still looking at a Man City mid, I think Ilkay Gundogan is really, really good. We know that Pep likes to play with a runner in midfield. We know that Ilkay Gundogan likes to make those late runs into the box, and that also kind of gives him those goal scoring opportunities. So there is definite goal threat, guys. Man City, of course, they are going to score goals. So he has chances of attacking returns. I think he's pretty much nailed. I mean, yes, there could be some rotation with the likes of Silva, but in the last game against Newcastle, we saw both of them playing together as well. There could be certain limited minutes. I mean, yes, we still can expect him to maybe play 70-75 minutes and maybe get rotated in one of the games, especially when the midweek fixtures and the Champions League fixtures kind of kick in. But I think he's still a great option to go for. He's slightly risky. I absolutely have to say that he's slightly risky. If you want to go cheaper or if you want to go safer, I think Rodrigo is probably the better option. But if you are willing to bet against a template, because he's a great differential option. So if you are looking to bet against a template, bet against the majority of people, I think Ilkay Gundogan has the potential to give you good hauls. And if you want to go this direction, he's an absolute buy this week, guys. Now coming to potential sells, and I think we have the first name as Pedro Neto, guys. A lot of expectation was there from Pedro Neto from Wolves. None of that has been kind of achieved, and already a lot of people have sold him because he's also gone down in price. There's still a lot of people who are trying to sell him, and I think he's a definite sell this week, guys. Wolves have been okay in attack. I mean, nothing spectacular. I mean, Pedro Neto is one player who always looks that he will get you an attack and return, maybe an assist, sometimes a goal as well, but it never translates into attacking returns, guys. It is always a very difficult watch with a Pedro Neto. So I think he's a option that you should sell this week. There are some alternatives that you can go for. If you have some money, as I said earlier, you can go for Rodrigo. You can downgrade a Neto to a Da Silva. Even, let's say, you can even go for a Jensen from Brentford. I think that's also an option to go for. So there are potential replacements for a Pedro Neto, and I think he's probably not going to give you a lot of goal threat. I mean, yes, there is some assist potential, some creativity in there, but I'm just not very sure about his FPL potential, guys. And I think you should definitely sell him this week. Now, our next player to sell is Bukayo Saka from Arsenal, guys. Now, I know a lot of you might be wondering, why are we transferring out an Arsenal player, especially when Arsenal are doing so well? I just feel Arsenal are doing really well. I still believe in that. But I still feel that Bukayo Saka is the wrong player to target in FPL, guys. There is Martinelli, who's almost 2 million cheaper, now a little lesser. But yes, he's a lot more cheaper than a Saka. And he is getting a lot of the ball. He is going through a lot of the plays, a lot of the attacking plays. And there are good goal threat opportunities with somebody like a Martinelli as well, guys. So I think if you can, or if let's say if you don't have any other transfers to make this week, I think the downgrade from a Bukayo Saka to a Martinelli looks pretty good, guys. I don't think so. You should probably take a hit for it because the fixture is still good for Arsenal and he might just get you something, but I still believe that it's probably going to fall between a Martinelli and a Gabriel Jesus, guys. I don't think so. Saka looks like that same player. I mean, yes, he is getting a lot of the ball, but he's still not very much involved in attacks. Most of the Arsenal attacks are coming from their left, and that is where Martinelli operates, guys. So with the amount of money, I think you can do a lot better. I mean, you can definitely go for a Gundogan. You can go a little pricier as well, and you can look at other options like Kulusevski, even Luis Diaz, if you are looking at a Liverpool attacking option. So there are replacements to go for. There are better options to go for. And I think it's probably the right time to sell Bukayo Saka this week. Now, coming to our final option to absolutely sell this week, guys, it's Mason Mount from Chelsea. Now, Chelsea has a good fixture against Leicester. Leicester are struggling in defense. Leicester might not even have Maddison before this game. So there are chances that Chelsea does really well. But I just feel Mason Mount is, again, not the right FPL player to target. Chelsea attackers are a bit difficult to predict right now because we have the likes of Havertz, who's not doing anything from an attacking sense. We have the likes of Mount. Sterling has kind of been in there and out, but again, he's not really given us anything to make us believe that he will be a great FPL asset. So I think if you want to keep Chelsea players, I think defenders, maybe just Reece James right now is probably the player to own. And I think there is potential to sell in Mason Mount. As I said earlier, there are potential options to go for in the Mason Mount price category, guys. I mean, whenever we see Mason Mount playing, his positioning is really good. But that is, again, not translating into FPL returns, goals, and assists. Yes, he's been kind of on and off on set pieces. So sometimes he's taking set pieces, sometimes he's not. It's still difficult to predict whether he'll do that next week or not. So if you want to give him a chance for one more week, I think it's okay. But I personally have taken Mason Mount out of my team, guys. I had 2 free transfers and I've taken Mason Mount out. So I think if you have that flexibility, if you don't have anything else to do, if you're not convinced with Mason Mount, I think you should absolutely transfer him out this week. So that'll be all from my side for this video, guys. Do let me know in the comments below what players are you selling and buying for Game Week 4. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw today, make sure to hit the like button, guys. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more FPL related content. Bye bye for now, and I'll see you insaners next time.